What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We got some new DPS. This time we're checking out the spot rap you're in. It looks like it is produced by Omar. Yeah, Omar come up, video by Hideki, and 30 PHP on the thumbnail. Let's go ahead, shut up, turn it up. Got some good headphones on. Let's go. It's animation, full animation. Now, hold on. Now, before we even get into this, you already know we got to talk about the animation. You already know. And for those of you who don't know, a long time ago, about 10 plus years ago, I used to do 3D art animation work. Okay. And one of the hardest things to do, I mean, the sculpting thing, that's a huge learning curve. You know, the kind of program that I used was called ZBrush. That's where I did all of my organic and hard surface modeling in. So, you know, it takes some time to kind of get your character to look believable. Of course, you can play with proportions of your characters, but really those proportions like this right here, you know, skinny arms and everything, when you start to elongate it, or when you start to like really play with the proportions to still make it look good, you need to have a good sense, or at least a basic sense of human anatomy. Okay. Now, with that out the way, you have to retopologize it, which is basically kind of taking the higher model, like it's full of a bunch, like millions of polygons, depending on how detailed it is, retopologize it, because you got to get it ready for animation, which is where things start stretching and whatnot. Now, here comes the hard part. The hard part is making your character move believably, right? It's such a difficult thing to do, and you won't really realize it until you actually kind of dive in and you start, you know, assigning the rigs and start making it move. The reason why I'm saying this is because I'm sitting here looking at this movement, and the bro, see, man, there's just so much going on here, right? Because it isn't just his torso that's moving. It's about the relationship between his arms and the fingers and everything that makes it really believable. You know what I mean? Nothing, for the most part, for what I can see, nothing is being too overturned, because you also got to know the limits of the human body, right? When you want something to look believable, no matter how wacky it is. It's just fantastic. Just geeking out over this. Hideki put his foot in this. Also, it seems like Omar adapted his catchphrase to fit the mood of the song. That's good, like that. That's awesome. I mean, bro, it's gonna take a while to get through this, bro. It's just on the visuals alone. This right here, like, he took it one step further, right? He didn't just stop on the animation, right? He decided to do some motion graphics as well. Hideki needs to be locked up. Way too talented, bro. Way too talented. Come on now. And then these ominous feeling, the drums, or drawn out brass. You know, especially when it comes to cinematic type of compositions and everything, choosing the wrong drums can kill a track really quickly. This is amazing as well. Okay, let's get into the music.
I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be your air. I wanna be your air. I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be your air. I wanna be your air.
Okay, hold on before it drops. So DPS, I was sitting here wondering, generally whenever, and I don't know what kind of VSTs and everything that Omar used when he was producing this, but in my experience, whenever you're messing with orchestral stuff like strings and whatnot, especially strings, because they're supposed to kind of like mimic real instruments, its start time is only like what, a few like millimeters off a little bit, right? Because it's almost kind of like if we're thinking about our ADSR, right, and we're thinking about the attack on it, you can put it all the way at 0, but still, unless you're dealing with a synth sound, right? If these are like real instruments, from those expensive VSTs, it's going to start off just a little bit weird unless you kind of unless you kind of resample it and then you go in and you use tools, or not tools, but programs to kind of restretch it to hit exactly on the dot. You know what I mean? But the dangerous thing about that is when you start laying on your vocals and everything, or at least when you start composing this music to a metronome, you start realizing that some of it kind of sounds just like the strings kind of sound forward just a little bit more. Now it looks like you knew that, right? You knew that when you hear just a little bit off. But I know some people that just record over it anyways. You know what I mean? They don't kind of adapt to the cinematic movement of the song that's going on. So kudos to you.
I wanna be your end. Tell me now, what did you call me? Feel another week, golly. Barney, till I go through your tissue and put a hole in your body. All them fucking flip kicks, muzzle kick, flip on them, they ollie.
All them effing flip kicks, muzzle kick flip on them, they ollie. Muzzle kick flip, they ollie. Skateboarding, but also I think this is gun bars as well. Muzzle kick flip, put a muzzle on it and kick flip it on them. They all, oh my goodness.
Now I'm everybody problems that I'm godly. I don't wanna hear your prayers, bitch. Too late for I'm sorry. You ain't wanna hear me, damn, bitch. Now you scared cause I'm hungry. You ain't wanna hear me, damn, bitch. Now I ring when they call me. I'ma tell you right here, bitch. When it fall, it was all me.
Yeah, this whole entire thing is just, man, I can't get over the production. I can't get over this animation and everything. Bro, my voice is over here shaking and everything. Especially kind of, I mean, you even hear the eeriness and these little screechy strings or synth sound that's kind of going on, right? Every single bit of instrumentation that's going that's went into this is carrying the mood. Come on now.
Me damn bitch, now you scared cause I'm hungry. You ain't wanna hear me, damn bitch. Now I ring when they call me.
It's crazy.
I'ma tell you right here, bitch. When it fall, it was all me. Home on a came up, can you hear it? Sound like you leaving your spirit. That sound like the reaper. It sound like a visit. Whatever this beat is, don't sound like you living. Don't sound like you winning. Flooded, pipe down, too much cloth in your britches. Slide down to your squatters and zippers. Like now, I don't argue with pippins. Live on my limits, I'm down at the ceiling. I'm propping the ceiling, I'm stuck with the ceiling. You see me ascend to the top, and I feel like it's ceiling. It's top of the top of the building. Go squatters and zippers. Like now, I don't argue with pippins. Live on my
I don't argue with Pippins, okay?
limits, I'm down at the ceiling. I'm propping the ceiling, I'm stuck with the ceiling.
I prop at the ceiling. I'm stocked with the sealant, okay?
You see me ascend to the
You see me ascend to the top, then I seal it. Sealing, seal it, then seal it, the top, and then topple. Oh my God. Come on now.
Feel me? We'll fill with a 9. I'm taking your home, I'm taking your block, I'm taking it all, ain't leaving the spot. Transformation, fragments of my life are like the cracks in pavement. I ain't have a choice, I had to make it. Every time I feel I'm last to place the race, I just remember wake, Goliath fell from hand to David.
Oh my God, bro. See right here, this has that energy that it had there at the beginning, right? When it was kind of like the whispers, right? I'm kind of here just sitting here just talking to you and everything, right? So that was almost kind of like, it was, I mean, obviously it was on time. It was almost kind of like spoken poetry. Like, now, listen here, bro. Get all that musical crap out of here, man. I haven't even seen the movie yet, but I'm just going to, based off the energy on this, bro. I am darkness. Do you not understand? I'm not your friend. I'm here to send you to the shadow realm with some Tim's on, bro. I got Tim's on. I got holes in my body, and I'm sending you to the shadow realm. That's it. That's pretty much it, bro. I'm toppling buildings with the ceiling. No ceiling. 12 sealants with the ceiling. Come on now. Transformation, fragments of my life are like the cracks in pavement. I ain't have a choice, I had to make it. Every time I feel I'm last to place the race, I just remember wake, Goliath fell from hand to David. Always been a spot, something to erase. I was written off, never show my doors, no. I picked the lock.
Meanwhile, they get to walk like they a gift from God. Well, I'ma show you all the gift I got. Family, when they see me, this all it goes. How can I be everywhere when all alone? Now I wander this lonely road that tortures soul. Now I wander this lonely road but torn to grow.
You know, the pacing of this is admirable, right? When we talk about cinematic type of dark beats, sometimes you just got you gotta let it gradually build. You know what I mean? You can't just go straight into it after 8 bars, right? There has to be some tension, there has to be some release, pause, right? That is why the intro to this song was that long, right? That's why it took so long to kind of get to where DPS started rapping and everything, because you got to let that build. That's like kind of the cinematic stuff, like cinematic composing, like 101. Introduce the elements, create the mood, and then just drop it on our heads. Now we starting to get into some Stranger Things type feeling, right? So now we got kind of like a cinematic synth wave kind of feel going on here. What is going on, bro? Honestly, this is brilliant.
Now I wander this lonely road but torn to grow. You took everything, my endeavor dream. Now I only have one thing, I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be aware. I wanna be aware. I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be, I wanna be aware. I wanna be aware.
Jesus. Absolutely amazing, bro. And you want to know what, man? Everybody put their foot into this, man. This definitely was a team effort. I'm sitting here going through all the musical elements of this and everything. And then as you're watching this, bro, sometimes it's hard to forget that this is all handmade, right? DPS said that there was no used elements, no elements used from the footage, like from the actual movie, right? And we sitting here watching this. It's hard to remember that, because we're so used, especially like in a nerdcore scene, right? We're so used to seeing borrowed elements flipped and everything. There was nothing. Absolutely brilliant. At the end of this video, all right. At the end of this video, if you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.